The Dragon Slayer becomes the Dragon. A Diablo game that does not need to brush equipment and only focuses on skill sets. When you kill the boss in the game, you become the boss and beat yourself to win. Valkie 64 is an action-adventure inspired by action-adventure games from the Nintendo 64 era. A couch co-op tower defense game in which the towers you build can hurt you and your friends just as much as they can hurt your enemies. Build towers, aim them towards your foes, and collect the crystals that drop in order to build more turrets and survive the endless hordes of enemies. Way of Vulcan is a fantasy medieval blacksmithing simulation game. Fly into battle across multiple bite-sized levels of exciting 3D aerial combat. Do you focus on taking out the alien fighters or rescue the stranded inhabitants before they're abducted? What about the deadly terraforming virus sweeping the surface below? Get ready for an immersive car racing game with raw multiplayer car driving. Damage your opponents in multiplayer mode with rockets. You don't have to be born a superhero. Play and see how the ordinary beans from the grocery change the life of a typical youngster. In the utopian world of Nick's resources have become endless. This did lead the people into the agony of laziness, and many died because of fatigue. To overcome this state, the government has introduced a new rewarding gaming system to distribute resources. The block slime lives in the cave. Aim for the goal by making use of its characteristic of being able to make a big jump when you get on it. A fast-paced platform shooter inspired by 90s classics. Follow RobotX on a journey to protect the city from a new danger, fight bosses, and jump over pits in this retro experience. Rayna Survivors is an action roguelite game where you need to slay hordes of foes and face bosses to learn powerful skills to upgrade your character. Alien Colosseum is a fighter management simulator where you take on the role of Ludus Manager. You will be responsible for recruiting and training fighters to participate in the arena. When the fight begins, you then control the fighter and must win against a variety of enemies. This is a 3D volleyball game developed by an actual volleyball team member. Whether you have ever played volleyball or not, you can enjoy the fun of this sport here. Support multiplayer online battle. You can call up to 11 friends and form 2 teams to battle. Pick up your character and perform crazy stunts on multiple locations. Repossession is a 2D action-packed shooter with both team-based co-op, not implemented, and deathmatch, either fighting their way through missions, robbing bank after bank, or with each other. Soon, they descend through chaos for a big earnings and pay off the remaining debt. Fallen Stars is the story of an astronaut called Thomas Jackson who traveled to ICES-1 space station to perform several duties alongside with his crewmates. They work together to perform several duties on the space station. During their journey back Earth, unexpected things happen to them. This fun find-a-pair puzzle game will help improve your attention and memory, making you smile and sometimes think both the kid and the bearded guy. The Swammer is an abyssal boss rush. Defeat your enemy, upgrade your skills, start over. An offbeat adventure game about traveling to the ends of the earth in search of the best boots. Solve puzzles, complete quests, collect items, and don weird hats as a hapless young boot enthusiast. In a compact open world full of strange friends and foes. You can even jump. Digital Frida is a roguelike arena game in stylized 2D graphics. Welcome to the online virtual reality server, Digital Frida, where you can become whoever you want, do whatever you want, and be wherever you want. A chess-inspired roguelike with Flash-inspired graphics. As king, accumulate and command your army across a series of procedurally generated train carts. Outsmart a variety of unique enemies, capture them and add them to your army. But one wrong step and you lose them forever. You are a researcher working at a bioweapons R&D company focusing on national security. The weapons being developed here are usually horrifying beasts that possess many different perks. In your case, one of them has escaped, and it's up to you to continue your research or escape the facility. Freely travel among the stars and planets in this VR-only astronomy simulation. Experience space from some of the smallest solar system bodies to the largest stars. See planets, moons, asteroids, trans-Neptunian objects, and of course thousands of stars and their exoplanets. Springblades is an action RPG where you battle your way through a fantasy island filled with funny characters. Dragon time your attacks and dodge enemy blows in exhilarating battles. Fight beehives, dragons, and ordinary peasants on your epic quest to find 3 mysterious gems. Tivick'ing Chronicles is a fantasy RPG set on the continent of Arcadia. Play as the Prince of Kent as he tries to unravel the mystery of these strange pages appearing across the continent and their possible connection to his missing sister. A Street Story is an interactive story in which you play a gangster in the suburbs from Paris, France. Discover a troubled world mixing gangsters, cops, and terrorists. Choose your own path among those shady characters and try to survive. Antioch Scarlet Bay is an online cooperative narrative adventure. Play as 2 detectives working together to solve a murder in the shadowy city of Antioch. Wander in a city filled with characters with their own agendas and attitudes. All your decisions change the story and lead to multi-endings. DreamCell Lost in Nightmares is a randomly generated action with roguelike elements. Conquer your nightmares and find a way out of your dark dreams in single-player or co-op mode. Grappling Hook Guns in the Air. HookEscaper is a high-speed 3D action racing game where you use a physics-based, grappling hook gun to reach the finish line. Find your own shortcuts in different stages and aim for the fastest times. Find your own route and aim for first place in the world. Battle swarms of galactic invaders in this action-packed retro-inspired arcade shoot 'em up. May the nerd be with you. A 2D action game in which an amnesiac girl with animal ears sets out on a journey in search of her father. Think you can make it out? Many have tried. All have failed. Traverse the unforgiving cave and do impossible jumps with your rocket launcher and shotgun. Cyber Dungeon Excalibur brings fun and an action-adventure experience with frantic combat, hail of bullets and robots. Can you stay alive until the end?